The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Teddy, have you noticed how little attention science and health issues get in the media?
Totally, Edgar, yet science information is very important.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Health Journalists Network is here.
How can they help?
They are a group of journalists dedicated to advancing public understanding of healthcare issues through impactful reporting on health and science.
Oh, really?
Yes, they meet up every month with scientists and researchers, policymakers, and activists at the science media cafes. They then relay what they discuss to the public.
Does that benefit us?
Oh yes, very much so. This helps with health and science literacy for a healthy Ugandan society.
Okay. I love getting informed about science and health issues. Health information makes all the difference between life and death. I'll look them up and engage them.
That's great. They are based all over the country.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, and they should be making real impact.
They are empowering health communities through journalism. Journalists can save lives just like doctors.
Fresh morning to give you the mighty global news updates. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Alternative Dig Talk TV. My name is Kenneth Mbeera, and this is the Mighty Drive show that runs Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We give you news that is reliable, that you can always rely on to make an informed decision. And thank you so much. If you love matters of national importance, please tap that subscribe button and join us officially. Join a platform that is trusted by millions of people for delivering the best. We are Uganda's leading online television, and we have been able to achieve that because of your unwavering support for this mighty platform. Thank you so much. And if you subscribed but did not turn on the notification bell, kindly do it so that whenever we go live, you're the first to know. We have a lot of stories to share with you in this initial segment of the updates, including yesterday's court hearings where retired Colonel Kizza Besigye was expected to appear before court. Even the Executive Director for Center for Constitutional Governance, Dr. Sarah Birete, was also expected to appear before court. They had applied for bail. We have a lot of information regarding that. Outside Uganda, we are learning of the continuous threats between the United States and other European countries on Greenland issues. So please stick with us. After these updates, we'll be having our guest to discuss more about employee rights and responsibilities. What you need to know at your workplace. Are you being treated fairly? What are those rights every employee should be enjoying without being limited by their bosses? You have to know all of this information. We believe it matters. And now, moving straight to our updates, Dr. Sarah Birete, the Executive Director for Center for Constitutional Governance, yesterday was expected to appear before court, and it did happen. She was brought to court but asked for bail, and that bail was denied. The court did not grant her bail. Yesterday at Buganda Road Chief Magistrates Court, she was further remanded as the court defended or deferred the ruling on her bail application to now January 28th, 2026. She has been in custody for now over 3 weeks on charges of unlawfully obtaining and disclosing voters' information, and very many people have come out to criticize this. The prosecution challenged the financial capacity of the 4 sureties that were presented by the defense, saying they did not meet the criteria that is needed for one to be granted bail, especially that now the sureties did not match the caliber of now the accused, Dr. Sarah Birete. That is it, the information coming in from that side, amid criticism from several human rights groups who are saying that this is targeting all human rights groups in the country to silence them, especially those dealing in human rights. Dr. Sarah Birete is now in custody for over 3 weeks, and she will be brought back on 28th of January 2026. That is the information regarding that. The court says, the prosecution says they're still gathering more evidence, and now the defense says Dr. Sarah Virete should be granted bail, but we are waiting to see whether on 28th she is granted bail again. Criticism is very high among people, among several human rights groups who say that such is an attempt to threaten these organizations that deal in human rights. At a critical moment like this, where we are in elections, and we just concluded the presidential and parliamentary elections, and now several human rights groups were banned, and we are seeing this happening. Many are criticizing it as a politically motivated thing, that it is not done right. It is not following the law, and that is it for you. We'll be giving you more information regarding that as more information emerges. In the same way, Dr. Retired Colonel Kizza Besigye was expected to appear before court yesterday, but this did not happen. Only his lawyers were there, and they said that Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye is not in a very good health condition to appear before court, although the prosecution wanted him to continue hearing the charges via Zoom, something that the defense did not welcome and said they could not tolerate that, referring to it as inhumane that a sick person would not be brought to appear before court in such a condition, that they should leave him to now get adequate medical attention and specialized treatment, that he is unwell. And this now aligns with what the wife to Dr. Kizza Besigye had said earlier on, saying that the husband, her husband is in a critical condition, that he had been taken to hospital in a critical condition, even unable to walk by himself without support, something that was later on not accepted by the security, by the prisons service. Frank Bain said this was not true, that Dr. Kizza Besigye was in a good health condition, and that he was not as ill as the wife was trying to say. But now we see he did not appear before court, saying he is very unwell, and now leaving many questions unanswered on what state could Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye be in, with many saying that he is critically ill, and now his lawyers say that he should be taken out of the country for proper medical checkup and attention. That is the message coming in from Dr. Kizza Besigye. Has been in custody for now over a year on charges of treason. He was abducted from the nearby country of Kenya with other co-accused people like Haji Bedul Tale and others on this case. Many are calling upon the government to release Dr. Kizza Besigye. The wife was calling upon the President of the Republic of Uganda to release Dr. Besigye, saying Dr. Besigye is not a criminal, as they put it, but all of these are politically motivated charges. We will be giving you more information. Now, he will be remanded until 24th of February 2026. We'll be here to give you more information regarding that. All we ask from you is tapping that subscribe button. You join this mighty platform, and you do not have to miss any step of it. Now, away from that, we just concluded the presidential elections, and President Museveni won with over 71%, winning by a landslide. Many of his opponents are criticizing this victory, saying all of this is fake, especially the leader for the National Unity Platform, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. He said this victory was all fake, and not the people of Uganda, that they did not vote President Museveni, but they rigged the votes. As we speak, the family of Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu says he is up to now in hiding because of several threats on his life from the top government officials, citing out even the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is also the first son. The wife said that there are several attempts to harm his husband and to harm her husband, and that's why he is in hiding right now. Now, one of the people in the race who was in this race, the leader for the Alliance for National Transformation, General Gregory Mugisha Muntu, came out yesterday and said that as the Alliance for National Transformation, they have to sit down and assess themselves, see what went right and what didn't. What should the Alliance for National Transformation do next time round? And he said that now it is President Museveni in power. How are they going to help the people of Uganda overcome some of the challenges they are facing so far? When he was asked on whether he will go to court for all the irregularities that happened in this election, General Mugisha Muntu said that all that happened, they do not have the evidence. They did not have that capacity to gather evidence from over 50,000 polling stations in the country, that if they had enough resources, they would do that, get enough evidence, and try to find out more. General Muntu says there is a lot to be discovered, there is a lot to be asked on why over 10 million people did not turn out to vote, what could have caused that. But he says, as the Alliance for National Transformation, they do not have that financial capacity to now investigate this matter and find out, conduct surveys to know what really made these people, over 10 million people, fail to turn out and vote. And that he said they are trying to find out which non-government organizations to work with, and they help them get this evidence, get this information on why very many people did not choose to be part of this electoral process and even vote. And they say that as the Alliance for National Transformation, they are planning on coming with the accountability for all the money that was given to them during their fundraising campaign, during campaigns, that they want to be transparent to their people, and they are soon giving out that accountability on what their money did, how did they use it, how much did they receive, to prove how strong and willing the Alliance for National Transformation is ready to give information regarding their party to the people who support the Alliance for National Transformation, and prove to them how a right political party should be conducting itself. He was also asked on whether the Alliance for National Transformation will be joining the iPod, given that they now got one member of parliament on their party ticket. General Muntu said that that cannot be answered by him alone. As the Alliance for National Transformation, they always sit down and find out what steps or to take. The decisions in the party are not made by one individual, but they are made by the entire political party. That's how they conduct themselves, and that if that resolution or that is passed and that they are to join the iPod, they will notify the country and tell them what happens next. Today, still away from that, we are holding the mayoral and local government elections, and we have seen so far early this morning some of the polling stations have already received the voting materials. The ballot boxes have already arrived, and some necessary equipment on some of the polling stations, at least here within Kampala. Some of the polling stations we reached to, some of these materials have already arrived, and the Electoral Commission has promised that they are ready. Everything has been sent to these polling stations to make sure this election for the mayors and other local government positions will be conducted fairly, and all the mistakes that occurred in the presidential and member of parliament elections will not be repeated once again. They emphasized that they are to follow the register more, given now the recent scenario where some of the biometric machines did not work, that they are now going to use the register more. If these machines don't work the other time, they are to emphasize the use of the registers. To make sure one person votes once and whoever votes is in the register, no other outsiders are given this opportunity to vote when they don't vote from that particular area, ensuring that the process is very transparent. They help to conduct that free and fair election. That is it. We urge you to go out and vote today. Go and vote for your councillors, the mayors, city mayors. The Lord Mayor is today. If you're voting, please, any person that is in the register is asked to go and vote. Digital TV reminds you that it is your voice. Your vote is your voice. Go out and vote. Now, outside the Republic of Uganda, as Digital TV always take you even outside to tell you what's happening over there, because you need to know that too. Now, following the lot of pressure that has been put on President Trump after capturing the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, he has not stopped. Now he is continuously threatening other European powers that he wants to take over Greenland. Greenland was part of Denmark, and for so long it has been part of Denmark, but now President Trump says they want to take over Greenland for their security reasons. It is a strategically located island, and they need it as the United States of America for their security and for the security of all European countries. That if the United States does not take Greenland, China and Russia could use that opportunity and take over that particular area, which could be a threat to both the United States, given that Greenland is very close now to the United States, a threat still to other European countries. But many people have come out to condemn this, saying it should not be done that way, that it's a violation of international law, it's undermining the sovereignty of other countries. Denmark is an independent country, and that it should not be treated like this, that President Trump has no moral and legal authority to come and occupy Greenland. The people of Greenland themselves are saying they are not allowing the United States government to take over their land. The president was insisting that if they do not agree to peaceful means, the United States could take Greenland by force, something that has left many questions after even President Trump has proved to the world that he can even enter another country and abduct a president. It was surprising, but it did happen. Nicolas Maduro is now in custody in the United States of America, a full president of an independent country. Now he's threatening to even attack Iran, that if Iran tries to suppress the protesters, they are going to attack them. And now this time around, he is even talking about taking over Greenland, saying that him taking over Greenland is a protection for Europe and protection for even other the interests of the United States and the interest of these European allies. But since then, several NATO countries have sent in troops in Greenland to make sure they protect it from these threats given out by President Donald Trump. We saw Denmark send in troops. We saw other countries in the European Union, in the NATO, sending troops trying to protect Greenland, something that the President of the United States of America, and he was very bitter about it, saying that if they continue doing that, he's going to impose over 10% tariff on all the imports that come in from these countries, that they are to face that punishment. But the European Union and other countries, other NATO countries, are promising to even also deal in accordance with how President Trump will be treating them, and that they are not going to stop. They do not agree to such threats, and that it is not even expected out of any country to attack NATO country, to attack another independent state. That is the information coming in from the United States of America and Greenland and over Europe. It is a very interesting story here and there. Everyone is speaking about it differently. But as Digital TV will promise to always give you the most reliable information. For now, we are taking a very short break and coming back with our guest. Don't go away.